computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
What's up, guys? Happy fucking Tuesday. Hopefully, everyone is having a good Tuesday. I figured if we want to get better at these type of streams, we gotta go and fucking actually do these type of streams. And that's, you know, just on me for not doing something like this often. I always go from like game to game. And I think once in a while, it's nice to just like sit down and talk to y'all and have a good ass time and do some like debating or, you know, just chatting it up. And I picked out some topics for us to talk about tonight. And we'll also take a look at like some Google Trends or some shit. So we'll also have that on our plate as well. But oh, I have to. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. I also have to make some adjustments to my stream stuff, so this is kind of like a perfect opportunity to do so. Of course, that overlay. I actually have to kind of keep where it is, otherwise my shit will go away. But I think it's more so the animated. Yeah, there it is. Backgrounds. That kind of fucks me up. So that, I mean, I could put that behind. I could also, I'm not even sure how I would add an animated background to my shit. Virtual camera? I'm not sure what this does. We'll stop the virtual camera. We got some relaxing Zelda music with campfire ambiance, and we'll like jump to whatever kind of lo-fi they have or whatever. I wonder if I could just make this like a tab. I do like what I have right here. I'm gonna group that, so I kind of want to remove it. Let me see. Oh no, I don't want to set the custom name. See, I'm always fixing shit. Because I do want to have the background in there. I don't want it to just be like blank. So we're going to save that. Add the animated background back in. And then we're just going to make it its own like overlay. So that way we can add it to, yes, overlay resolution. I'm feeling chill tonight. I'm feeling very chill. Extremely chill. I just feel like sometimes we need to take the time to chat, and don't worry, I'm getting the topics up here very shortly. I thought the one I had was going to work, but it does not. get the current save over topics to talk about. We'll save that, get the overlay link, add that shit in there as a browser source, wherever it may be. It looks like there it is. I'll call it topics. Oh, that is not the URL. All right, there it is. Okay, so I gotta fix that. I think it's like I'm gonna group that, save it. Hey, there it is. I think it's what, control? No, not control. I thought it was shift, or it was something. Control alt, or is it? Yeah, it's alt. Okay, that's what it is. Perfect. Yeah, now that we have this works out. I feel like I need better Zelda music than this. Alright, we'll go with this. This sounds fine. It's Nintendo Lo-Fi Study Beats, which I think is perfect. Just getting it set up here. I don't do this often, and I kind of want a new animated background. So I'll look for that really quick while we, just kind of go over like who I am. Hey guys, I'm Game Dame, variety streamer. Usually play a variety of games, but tonight I'm feeling more connected to the chat, and I think I want to, again, try these more often. I know sometimes they can be a little overwhelming, but hey, they're always fun. I think, in my opinion, they're fun just because it's something different than my usual, especially since we're having a pretty chill week this week. And again, you guys can ask me absolutely anything. I am an open book. Obviously, I'll be like, oh, well, I may not be able to speak on that, but I won't shy away from it. I'll give you like a reasoning. I won't just be like, nah, I won't talk about that, because I won't. Of course, if it's not racist or anything like that, we can talk about it. Like, those type of things, shit you just don't tolerate. Let me see here. I'm looking for a cool animated backgrounds. I wonder if I can save, because I do have Wallpaper Engine. I'm just gonna browse it, because I don't want to change anything. Oh, I do like this. I kind of want to download this. I kind of like that aspect. So I think I'll look for download animated wallpapers. I'm looking for a rainy day, because that's the kind of vibe I'm feeling right now, even though it's not rainy right now. What is it? Nighttime rain or some shit like that. I'm kind of looking for just anything that is just calming. Okay, I fuck with this lo-fi. This is sick. But we got some topics here. Ask me anything about myself, why I think therapy is cool, and women in gaming, especially being a woman in gaming, obviously. Ooh, I like the aesthetic city. And then we have, you know, if you guys need any dating advice or any shit like that. I mean, I'll give you the best advice that I can, but I can't guarantee it's going to be like absolutely amazing. I mean, if you're struggling with something, I could maybe give you additional insight. And why I think alpha males are dumb as fuck. These are very interesting topics. I try to keep them a little bit not like too similar, but something that are kind of hot topics right now. Let me see. I kind of want to do indoor, cozy, cozy animated wallpapers. While we were looking for a wallpaper to use or to change to, I like my Elden Ring one, but I just think it's due for an update. Yeah, I like this one, so I'm gonna download this one. Hopefully this isn't a bad site, but you know. Where does this take me? Obviously this might take me to somewhere. Okay, so nothing crazy. So let's add this to pictures, animated wallpapers. Let's see if that actually downloaded, because I want to change it. Oh, nice, it did. Yeah, I'm looking for something cozy. And I think this does the trick of being cozy. Oh, we don't want to make myself bigger. Perfect. Yeah, this works. I like the coziness of it. It's like raining. It's kind of outdoors. It's kind of cool. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. So yeah, we could start off on any topic here, personally. I'm looking at like Google Trends too to see what's #1 to talk about, but it's all sports and I don't fucking watch sports at all, ever. Even if I did, it's not something I would literally go out of my way to do. But sports aren't bad. Sports aren't bad at all. I'm trying to fix like my camera. We're gonna have a little, there we go. Yes, those just joining. I'm Game Dame, variety streamer. We were playing some Sunhaven yesterday, but we have been going through just like a lot of games recently. Like a plethora of games. I probably would have played another one this week if I was to beat it within like 3 stream nights, which would have been in 14 hours. So I figured this week I kind of just give new stuff a try. See if like I want to do some more of these type of streams, which I think would be fun. And I know I always fuck with my hair. It always just looks crazy, just absolutely crazy. It always does. It never not words. It always looks nuts, especially just like my bangs if they don't cooperate with how I want them to cooperate. But yeah, we just our current game is gonna be Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We're gonna start that next week. So if you look in my about section, you'll see underneath like my schedule, like all the games I'm playing on stream, off stream, online. I definitely gotta update that list. Because I stopped playing Legend. I'm gonna edit it right now because we're just chilling. We're just having a good time. I'm not really playing Slime Rancher all that much, but I am at the same time. Like, it's enough. We're not really playing these games. What else am I playing? I'm not even sure. Let me see. Sons of the Forest. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. we have updated it to what we actually are playing. But back to our topics. I think some of these topics are important to note. We can start off with like therapy. I think therapy is such like a valuable resource, and I feel like a lot of people forget therapy is a big thing. Hey, what's up, Vexy? We're doing a chill stream, or at least trying to attempt to do just chatting streams. So these are the current topics we'll kind of like chat about. But I literally just started, so it's really perfect. I was about to go into why therapy rocks, and why it's so like extremely helpful. Yeah, very, very poggers. Pog champ for sure. I'm just trying to, you know, get a little closer to all of my babies out there. Just a little bit closer. Really? Because I'm not sure why it's not working for you. It's working pretty good on my end. Let me see. Because I'm seeing it on my phone. Maybe try refreshing it or something. I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm going into my stream on my phone just to see if it's looking good on the phone. Now I can hear myself. Yeah, I see it. Oh, it might be. That might have the login system. Yeah. I know Twitch again. I mean, Twitch is always having issues. That's just Twitch as a whole. Always having issues. Yeah, because, like, I don't even see you. Yeah, I don't even see you as logged in as one of my moderators. It's not showing up in my list that you're even in here, which is wild. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not showing up in there. Maybe you gotta restart or something, or log in, log out, or whatever. But yeah, you guys, therapy in general. I've been in therapy for I mean, a good bit of my life. I would say like a good chunk of my life. I went to therapy a lot growing up, and that was more so for like my anger management therapy, because I was a pretty angry kid growing up. Now I'm pretty mellowed out, which is nice, but you know, I wouldn't have gotten there without therapy. But that it was a hard time to get there, mainly because my parents were always just like, oh, you know, just walk it off, or, you know, just relax, or, you know, you don't have to be acting like this. You could just not be sad. And I'm like, great. fan fucking tastic. You know what? That's right? That you just walk outside and you're just better, because that's just how therapy rolls, right? That's how you're supposed to feel, right? It's just, you know, you're sad, depressed, just fucking go out. Yeah, it's perfect. That's what are the previous generation, or just older millennials and just boomers as a whole do. Yeah? How was your first therapy sesh? It's not your first, but I know, like, how was that? You got high and took a nap instead? Oh, man. Hey, weed is its own therapy. A lot more states are realizing that, too. And this is not alcohol. This is literally just, what's it called? Water, fucking sparkling water. Vexy, I know you were really into sparkling waters. I didn't really get into them until my boyfriend, so he definitely put me onto them pretty fucking hard. But I mean, do you have another therapy session coming up at all, or are you just gonna just keep going with what you got? And yeah, it is all about the seltzers. The seltzers are good as hell. They really helped when I was going through what was it? I did that one keto diet, and I really wanted something sweet. These things came in fucking clutch, and now I can't not have them anymore. And at least I get a good amount of water in there. Yeah, dude, reschedule it. Get back in there. Therapy is literally amazing. I should be done my therapy, I think, by the end of this year. Which I'm really excited about because I'm definitely hitting some huge markers in a lot of like my feelings and all this other shit, and it's making me extremely happy with where I'm at right now as a whole. Right? No, it's such a good thing to see. Like, literally absolutely obsessed with therapy. I used to be pretty angry growing up. I used to be pretty sad, and I mean, depression never leaves you, dude. Like, depression is always gonna be there, but there's ways to not counteract it, but to obviously make a better what's it called, being able to deal with it, pretty much. And now I'm able to deal, and I'm no longer like insanely depressed, which is really nice, but I am like in a much mitigate it for sure. I'm just in a much better spot where I understand where a lot of like my depression, anxiety, and stuff comes from. And therapy has definitely helped me a lot with that, because now I know where a lot of like my trauma comes from. Now I know where a lot of just like these instances that happen, these certain events that really changed my life around, have actually come from now too. And who the people I have in my life have made a positive or negative impact. So that's also like really important, is to know that stuff. But yeah, therapy has definitely helped me be able to look at something and say, hey, you know what? Like, this is what's going on. This is what the reason for it is, and this is how you can tackle it. I feel like everyone can, and I hate the stigma that comes along with therapy. A lot of people think that therapy as a whole, you need to have something like really fucked up it happened to you in order to go to therapy. I have people in my life that just go because they want someone to talk to, or they want someone to vent their issues out to. I hate that stigma that comes along with therapy, is that you have to have something just awful happen to you in order for you to actually be going there. That's what I hate about it. That stigma is just so bad. Like, that just makes people in therapy trying to do something better just look awful. Not awful, but just it's like a stereotype, I would say. That's why I'm a huge advocate for therapy, and why I think it's cool. Baby, hey, Mellow Social, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the Senpai Squad.
Thank you. Get that alerts overlay a little bit bigger. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. We're just chatting. I got some topics. If anyone wants to talk about these topics, but obviously this is an AMA stream. Ask me anything. We're just chilling. We were just talking about therapy and how advantageous it is, pretty much. And I'm going through I'm into my 5th consecutive year with therapy, and it has definitely turned my life around. Yeah, I can definitely give out some dating advice for sure. For damn sure, Mello. Let me know. I can't guarantee that it'll change your life around, but I definitely have had my fair share of relationships, and now I'm happily in what is going to be probably the longest relationship I'll ever have for the rest of my life, because I certainly love this man I'm with very much. Probably going to be the last relationship I'll ever have too. Dating as a whole is hard though, because there's so many things that come along with it. Like when I went on this date with my current boyfriend, I literally was like, yeah, this is gonna be the last date I go on. Like, I'm done with dating. I'm over it. Modern dating is fucking trash. It is absolute trash, especially with all like these dating shows that are out. Like, I am obsessed with Love is Blind and all the shitty shows. Don't get me wrong, I think they're absolutely hysterical. But modern dating is an absolute shithole. Because not only do you have to like make a profile, like everything's done online. You make a profile, you have to talk to that person. It depends on what platform you use. So like the top 3 ones are what? Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, at least to my knowledge. I did use like Coffee Meets Bagel. I did use Facebook dating at one point. That was interesting. I was so curious about it, and I was like, what do I got to lose? Absolutely nothing. I had nothing to lose. And yeah, that's the thing with Bumble. So when you match with someone, the woman or the counterpart has to reply. Yeah. It's a reoccurring thing. I remember us talking about it multiple times. Like you're constantly gonna be downloading, deleting. I mean, that's how my relationship with League of Legends was: downloading, deleting, crying, repeat. Not to compare the two, but yeah, it definitely Bumble, I use Bumble still for the BFF portion, and I really like Bumble that it has that. And even like trying to make new friends is extremely tough. And at the end of the day, I think if they match on you and are not willing to put the effort in, regardless of friendship or a relationship, then obviously they're a waste of your time. And it sucks. It's a really shitty feeling. I remember being on different apps, liking people, and they don't like me back, or they like me and we have a conversation, then they delete me because they didn't like the conversation. And I'm just like, well, I mean, it takes 2 to tango, my friend. So I'm sorry that that's happened to you. Cause like that, it's such a shitty feeling. It is seriously such a shitty feeling. I like modern dating is always just gonna be god awful. I would say probably one of the hardest things about modern dating is because we are all on the apps, and the apps in general, while they can be helpful, I also think they're really hurtful as well, because then you can connect your Instagram, they see your whole life right then and there. And it's not like how we were when we grew up. So for context, I'm 28. I'll be 29 soon. Whoa, crazy. I know I don't look at stop. But you have to like really put your whole self out there now with modern dating. Before you could walk up to someone if you wanted to. And that's where I feel like it comes in half the time. People will say they just need to improve on themselves, focus on their career, and I totally get that. Works for some people, doesn't work for everybody. For me, being single is very depressing, especially during COVID. I literally was so fucking sad, like the entire time. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Cause like you're wanting to do more. You're wanting to be more. And you want to be the best person you can be. But being by yourself is just so fucking sad. And that's not the case for everybody. For me it is, but I would say in the world of dating, if you're looking for someone, it is. We're here having a discussion. It's okay to be a little bit of a sad boy. These are very real discussions, especially at our age. We're in our late 20s, early 30s. These are very real things that I feel like need to be discussed. Because I think overall, what dating has become is kind of like, how do I explain it? Dating has always sucked. In every generation, you will find out the biggest instances. Like, let me look up something. Biggest instances in dating, or biggest concerns in dating each era, or some shit like that. Maybe not something like that, but I know in each generation, there was always something in the way. Obviously, the earlier or the further we go back, more of that is related to, you know, women not really having rights, people of color not having rights, and interracial relationships being frowned upon. But if we're talking about like in today's day and age, the sky's the limit when it comes to dating, but people are more so wanting to only use dating apps. There was this crazy thing I saw. What was it, like dating wristbands or something? I saw that was an absolutely crazy concept. It's called these Bond Touch bracelets, and I think it's this. Oh, this is too much to read. Maybe it's not that. There's like these fucking wristbands. Oh my god, yeah, my single band, a bracelet that advertises you're single or some shit like that, which I found absolutely crazy. It's like a digital band. I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I saw that recently and I was like, that's actually crazy that there's even a consideration for something like this. But right now, I still think the dating apps are gonna be hot for a good bit of the time. We can dissect each one too. I know people be making money off of anything. Like, let's see, if we start off with like probably the most popular one, Tinder. That's where me and my boyfriend met. We met off of Tinder. I was not going into a Tinder date, you know, kind of like, yeah, this is gonna be the one. Like, we had really good conversation though, so I was really shocked by that. Tinder as a whole, it's funny because when I've talked to my friends overseas, they said Tinder is an actual dating app, where here in the States, Tinder is very much a DTF app. It is very much like, hey, you're cute, wanna fuck? Like, that's just how it's treated in the United States. I like the how Tinder is made. I think obviously it's made really well because it completes the tasks that it needs to. But it's still I don't know, it's just the people that make it shitty. The app itself, there's nothing wrong. It's the people that make it shitty. And of course you got bot accounts. Of course you got other type of accounts as well, troll accounts, and that just doesn't help it at all. It does feel like an ad infested hellhole. I agree. Tinder is probably because it's the most popular. Yeah. No, I totally get that. I'll look up pros and cons of Tinder. I'm curious of this. For what at least one of these articles say. Singles reports. I love these fucking news outlets. These like stupid ass, like totally BuzzFeed type of fucking articles to read. Says number one, it has monstrous user base, which is these are the pros. It's effective for very casual dating, which is what most people do these days. It works great when you're traveling, which it does have that option. I think Bumble has that too. It takes 2 minutes. Yeah, it takes no time to set up. As long as you have some good pictures, you might have to do a little photo sesh, but that's pretty much about it. And then you can do some stuff for free. That's good. Cons of Tinder. People are learning to circumvent the system. So pretty much it says what people are starting to do is just swipe right, which means you're interested on 100% of their matches in the area, then coming back and unmatching anyone they aren't interested in, which means ooh. There, yeah, that's right. I have seen that. People circumventing the system just in that way, where they just fucking swipe right on everything and then go back and remove them, which I think is so ridiculous. But I mean, that's how it works for some people. Yeah, Tinder is awful for anything other than casual dating. I would agree with that. But here me and my boyfriend are in a very serious relationship. So there's always that what if scenario with Tinder because of the premise. Oh, does it really pushes you down the algorithm if you only swipe right? That's very interesting to know. That's very interesting to know. That's hilarious. Because they know you're just botting at that point. Well, you're not a bot, but you're breaking the system. Obviously, catfish does happen. I wonder if it still does. If you swipe right too much on Tinder, what happens? I'm curious. You can only maintain so many relationships at a given time. If you go past a certain point with the amount of people you swipe right on, there's a diminishing return on every match. So, yeah, I still think the right swipe limit that they have is working now. Yeah, it lowers your overall visibility, so it looks like they're still doing that, which I still think is a really good idea, because people will just swipe right for no reason. I do find the what's it called, videos, I find them hilarious when they make like their own little robot and they're just like swiping. That shit is so fucking funny to me. What else? I've tried Zeus. I've tried eHarmony. I've never tried Elite Singles. I didn't even know Elite Singles was a thing. You also have those ridiculous dating apps too that have those insane jingles, like FarmersOnly.com, Christian Mingle. What are some? I know, right? Elite Singles sounds like some fucking weird shit for sure. Like, what makes you elite? Like, oh my gosh. Is this like a dating? Oh, Date Smarter with Elite Singles. Yeah. There are some extremely specific dating apps. What idea do you have in mind? Let me see. What does this article say? 12 specific. Oh my God. This can't be real. I don't know if some of these are real. I have to actually look at them up. Yeah, there's Christian Mingle. There's J-Date, which is if you're Jewish and single and ready to build a serious relationship with someone else. There has to be money made. I was just watching Indian Matchmaker on Netflix, and there was someone who made a dating app just for Muslims, and apparently that is like a huge business. I'm very curious. I kind of want to look up some of these apps. Here, I'll pull it up. I don't have to pull it up, but I can at least maybe share this specific part of the screen. I want to see what is. So there's this one called Trek Passions. Holy shit. All right. I gotta let you guys see this shit. This is cracking me up. All right. So what we have here is, here, I'm going to pull this off here. Keep that open. So these are some of the ones that I found. Trek Passions, 100% free sci-fi dating and sci-fi fiction chat. Oh, man. This looks like someone made this in 2005 and said, yeah, this is awesome. I'm curious as to when this was made. Oh, my God. Yeah, like, where does this even... This is such a basic ass site. This is cracking me the fuck up. Oh my God. There's so many simple, like, scripts in there and shit. This is a hilarious site. Sci-fi groups seeking my Imzadi. What the hell is an Imzadi? Oh, that's right. I don't watch Star Trek. A Betazoid term for as beloved. Grok, a group of people who understand what's a grok. This is hilarious. I guess you just get it. This is some... They have 2001 A Space Odyssey. Artificial Alien. Oh my God. Anime. This is hilarious. I am about to fall down a deep rabbit hole for fucking sure. Deep Space Nine, Doctor Who. fucking T. Oh my God. Firefly, I can definitely understand. Yeah, we're already going down this rabbit hole. All right, let's do My 420 Mate. I'm excited to see if this is an actual... So it's the social network and dating site for cannabis lovers. I love how they specify 420 is code for the consumption of marijuana. I'm going down a very... Yeah, find your flame. This is Spark a Chat. Keep blazing. The world's #1 social network and dating app for cannabis-friendly people. This website looks really good, too. Blazer. That's what it's called. Blazer. Of course, it all starts out as a joke. Dude, download it. Let me know how it is. This is fucking hilarious. Their site is actually pretty well made. Like this looks like something that they made they made theirself. They even have careers. Wait, no way. What do they have for a career? Core platform engineer, marketing director. I kind of want to download it just to see what it's like. Clown dating. So is this actually like, oh my fucking God. Yo, who are these people? I feel like I'm gonna get a virus just being on this website. Get your clown fancy dress here. 25% off. Yeah, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. I feel like this shit's gonna get a virus. They still have the old Twitter. Oh my god. There's so many happy clowns at clowndating.com. And like it's just a big group of them. How do we even get into something like this? This is the funniest shit I have ever seen. All right, let me look here. Let me look in the USA. All right, I feel like these are all, let me look at men my age range that I would prefer in the USA. Find other clowns near you. I feel like I'm going to get a dick pic somewhere. Like, I don't want to point anyone out, but these are probably all bots. These aren't actual people. Yeah, I gotta go to a different site before I get a virus. It's definitely not secure. What do we have? Sea Captain Date. Oh my god. Find your first mate. I hate that there's an actual like phone app for it. Sea Captain Date is the internet's #1 dating site for sea captains who wish to connect with men and women on land and on the sea. Definitely seems a little fishy. This shit is wild to me. This shit is actually wild. Oh my god, I gotta pause my music to watch this. I am pausing. What is this? Caleb's story.
When you're on a boat full of men all day, let's just say you don't get a chance to meet that many women. You know, I drive freighters for a living. I can navigate the sea, but the internet completely baffles me. Every now and then I kind of daydream about sending out a message in a bottle.
I fucking love this. Sea Captain Date. You're just on a boat with men all day. Yo, I wonder if the other ones have a...
But even
this
my mother
is so
calls me the
good.
captain.
Cuddle
My
Bear
mistress may be the
13.
sea, but the thing is,
That's his
just an
name.
expression. There ain't really no sex involved. Late one night, I was listening to my trusty CB radio, you know, for company, and I heard some of my fellow sea captains talking, and they were discussing a new dating site, something called seacaptaindate.com. So when I got back to dry land,
I am
logged
literally
on to one of the
obsessed with this
computer
production
terminals,
right
and
now.
I Googled the internet.
This shit is so fucking good.
You know, at first I thought it was a big joke. I mean, who the hell would want to date a sea captain? But these people,
Obviously, a lot
at
of people want to date a sea captain.
seacaptaindate.com, they were so good. Step by step, it was so easy. I had my entire profile up and running in no time at all.
Oh, the fucking music kills me. I'm literally obsessed.
So I started internet chatting with Miss Taco81 here.
Taco
Talking
81.
about my boat,
Taco
ocean,
81.
and our crazy ass exes.
Yeah, sure, I've used dating sites in the past, but they're usually so...
Ms. Taco
They're
81.
so lame. You know, like the guys are all losers. There's a reason they're using the internet to get dates.
And it
Well-
turns out she hasn't been on a boat since she's been a little kid, so I took her for a ride. That was her first.
Sea Captain Date is different. They only have grade
It's been
A
a while.
top
She's been on a boat, so I
It's
took her
amazing,
for a
and that's why They don't
ride.
even know how to use the internet.
There's, yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
We've thought about it. I think though that we both
I'm-
want to take it slow because we.
Yeah,
don't
right.
have
Shots
serious
fucking
dates.
fired.
Plus,
She's
I still
literally
have to
using
deal
the
with
internet to
boys.
get dates.
What? You're married?
Technically to the sea. Or
My advice to other women out there, why settle for a boy with a car when you can have a man with a boat?
Yo, amen, sister. This was 12 years ago. Oh, yeah. Why settle with a man for a car?
Seacaptaindate.com.
I'm fucking dead. Yo, does like Trek Passions have a fucking... Let me see. Oh my god.
If you're looking for love, don't
This is
give
8
up.
years
It's
ago.
not the final frontier.
All right. I want to see more of this.
Hardy har har, Frederick.
No, this is all. I'm going down such a fucking rabbit hole. Okay, so it looks like there's not really anything there. What's my 420 mate? They actually have a
Hey there,
legit.
cannabis lovers. Have you heard? We recently launched
Yo, my girls with the dress.
the #1 online dating community for 420 friendly singles.
Look how old this shit is.
My420mates.com offers singles the opportunity to connect with other singles who share a love for cannabis.
This was 8 years ago as well.
Our community consists of people from all walks of life who enjoy
This
the
looks
pleasure of
so
marijuana.
fucking.
Visit www.my420mates.com.
I cannot stand that she's the spokesperson. I'm fucking dead. I think the best one was definitely Sea Captain Caleb. I'm fucking dead. Excellent. This is connected with over 10,000 captains online now. I gotta see some captains. I gotta see some captains. Oh my god. Do people still use this? Boat lover. Admiral 420. All hands on dick. All hands on dig. I'm fucking dead. You sunk my battleship. I'm just straight up calling these people out at this point. Got Han Solo in here. Okay. All hands on dick is the best one. My face hurts. Banana boat. Alright. You're buoy. That is the most clever one. Your buoy. Oh, they're so cringe. My face literally hurts. Dingy dingy. What does it say? Because I'm married, I'm not looking for a serious relationship and I don't have time for dating. I'm looking for hot and passionate, no strings attached sex. It can be a one-time thing or something regular. I'm fucking dead. What is this man's description? Yo, Yellow Submariner. I only like Asian women. If you message me, you better be Asian. I don't like it when my inbox is full of white girls. Is the Jesus fucking Christ. Yo, I'm dead. Oh my god. What are the descriptions of some of the first ones? Yo, what about my boy All Hands on Dick? Hey, I'm looking for a chill girl who's down to party on my dad's boat sometime. No drama, please. Boring. Absolutely boring. Yo, I know, right? Shocking. Bow Lover 75 says, hope you don't mind the honesty. I'm very interested in meeting a nice black woman who is fun, normal, and affectionate and endowed in the behind. Ideally, you have a trunk I can drop my anchor in. I am a non-smoker, light drinker, educated, will be respectful, open to any age and body type, endowed in the behind. He wants a shawty with a fat ass. That's what he wants. That's what he fucking wants. And he's online. This motherfucker is online. No fucking way. Who the fuck is online right now? Yeah, I like that he's cool with all body types as long as you got a fat ass. Like, all right, we gotta check out the other ones. Mullet Passions. Yo, I will have such a ball on this app. This whole app is fucking hysterical. Mullet Passions. All right, this looks like another site that'll give me. This looks exactly like the Trek Passions website. So whoever made Trek Passions made Mullet Passions. It's like the same exact shit. Yeah, it's definitely real, but it looks like it's definitely gonna give you a virus. I should probably not be on it. Yo, no way. It looks very shady. Paranormal date. I'm obsessed. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like this, someone put time into this. So they said this connects singles based on their shared interests in the paranormal. Science, life after death, ghost stories, Bigfoot, UFOs, alternative medicine, and conspiracy theories. Oh my fucking god. Alright, we gotta watch the video. Gotta watch the video.
George Norrie here for Coast to Coast AM at ParanormalDate.com. We've been doing this for years now with more than 90,000 members, and it's free to sign up at ParanormalDate.com. And if you decide to stay, use code GEORGE for a substantial discount. People are getting married, they're dating, they're having fun because they're dating people who get it at ParanormalDate.com.
People who get it.
On Facebook,
who's paying
Twitter,
for this service?
and
It's turned
Instagram.
off.
Paranormal
This is 3 years
Date.com.
ago. This video is 3 years fucking old. Holy shit. Oh my god. I am a woman looking for a man. I'm not gonna do that. I want to see ghost stories. Come on, show me. All right, so you actually have to have an account. This is wild. Sick of being single? Fed up of waking up alone on a Sunday morning? Well, you've come to the right place. Here at Paranormal Date, we have thousands of members just like you who are looking for fun, friendship, romance, and that special long-term relationship. It's completely free to join Paranormal Date, and as soon as you do, you can add your photo. So why was my man talking about a discount? Probably this. I still think the best one is Sea Captain Date. Women behind bars, gothic match, date skaters. Okay, all right. Personals.com. I thought that was a furry dating website. I can't get over Sea Captain Date at all whatsoever. That shit is so fucking funny to me. Yeah, we're not gonna dive out. Sea Captain Date, easily the best. Easily the best. It's so fucking hysterical that there is people online still on that old ass dating site. That shit got me fucked up, but I am so here for it. Also, what's up, guys? My name is Game Dame. Welcome to the stream. We're currently just chilling, having an AMA stream. Hey, no worries, Vexy. Thanks for stopping by, and let me know when you sign up for Sea Captain Date. We are just chilling tonight, having a nice chill stream for a few hours. Hell yeah. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to just have more fun and kind of just relax a bit and not play a game for once. I usually play a lot of games. And sometimes I feel like I just need to just sit back, relax, and just enjoy the company, honestly. I don't even know what is playing. Oh, this is Sonic. Yeah, we like this. But I stream Monday through Wednesday from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as a variety streamer, that means we stream a variety of games. But this week we are doing it low key. Yesterday I played some like Sunhaven for a few hours. I usually stream till 10. Might also be a shorter stream tonight just because your girl's got some twerk to do. I just say work, but I like to say twerk because it's just more fun to say. But we were just looking at some dating sites. Now I put down some current topics that are right next to me. And you guys are more than welcome to ask me anything as well. I'm just here to get along with the community and give them a little bit more about myself and try something new because I don't really do streams like this. This is not something that's in the ordinary for me. But if you guys have Amazon Prime, that's a free sub every month to your favorite streamer. If not me, no worries. Your time and attention is more than enough and highly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We were just talking about dating and how Tinder is the most successful dating app there is, the biggest dating app, especially amongst straight people. You have Grindr amongst gay men. Obviously, there's other dating apps that are out there that I'm not aware of. But we were just looking at some of them, and boy, were they fucking nuts. I definitely probably need to run a virus diagnostic later. Like, that shit is so ridiculous. But we can move on to Bumble. Bumble as a whole. Bumble is like... You swipe, it's more so geared towards like when you swipe on someone, the person that you swipe on and then matches with you has to talk to you. And I like the concepts because then that gets people more involved. But it does put a lot of pressure, I feel like, on both sides. But I mean, at the end of the day, Bumble I think is a cool concept. It's just Tinder reskinned with something that kind of blocks them if you actually do want to talk to them. So, and it's kind of cool unless you're keeping track of all the people that you're dating or wanting to talk to. Bumble at least, well, no, it's the same way with Tinder too. I was just thinking, I haven't been on dating apps since me and my boyfriend got together. I still have Bumble on my phone, but I use it for the BFF portion, which is pretty different. But it's still the same. You're just not looking for a significant other. I find it hilarious that Bumble has like another portion to it for like work, which I find absolutely hilarious. Who uses that? I have no idea. What else? Hinge was the other one. Hinge was the one that was more so for people that were serious. And not that you can't be serious on any of them. It's just that Hinge definitely gives more of this preset of like, yeah, this dating app's more for serious people. So you will definitely run into that a little bit more. When I use all the dating apps, I definitely had the most success on Bumble because I got to choose personally, which was really nice. Oh, I just lost train of thought. My sisters just messaged me. We're preparing for a lot of birthdays coming up, but no, Bumble, yeah. So Bumble, I definitely think I had the most success in. When it came to actually going on dates, Tinder I used the least because I knew what came with Tinder, and then Hinge I think I used the most though, even though I didn't have as much success because Hinge I just figured, yeah, if they're on this then they're looking for something serious. All have their pros and cons. All can be, I don't know, they're dating apps. Like, dating apps in general today are just wild, and no one wants to go up to another person anymore, which I totally get why to a certain extent. Like, if I were out somewhere, I don't want some random motherfucker coming up to me. So it's like a balance. You gotta see what that balance is and kind of go on from there. But we can talk more about dating later if we want. We were talking a little bit about therapy and how good it is for you. went down definitely a rabbit hole for dating advice or just dating in general. I mean, we have loads of topics. We're only in the first like hour and some change into our stream. We can look more into why therapy is cool or just dating in general. I do know people struggle with dating a lot out there. Dating in general is just tough, especially when you get older. I feel like it's a lot easier when you're in college or you're just I don't know, somewhere completely new where no one knows you. You have to like kind of put yourself out there. So that's kind of the forced perspective, kind of like college, because it's the same concepts. You're out there, you have to meet new people or you're just not going to make new friends. So I feel like as a whole, I think it's good to put yourself out there. I think it's good to travel somewhere new. I think it's good to kind of have to take that initiative, because when you get older, dating just gets harder and harder, and that goes for friends as well. Friends become harder and harder to make as you grow older, and overall it's just a concept that's, I feel like, never gonna really change too much. The medium might change. Dating is always gonna be tough no matter what age, to be quite honest, especially when you're younger, when you don't know all the social cues, and some of it could be frowned upon depending on the age gap of obviously. And then when you're older, there's more like expectations, especially if you're in a spot where you're ready to settle down, but yet you go on a bunch of dates that they're not ready to settle down, and vice versa. There's like a lot to consider when it comes to stuff like that. And that's not to say that you shouldn't do it. I think going out and putting yourself out there is great, but it's not for everybody. There are asexuals out there. There are people in polygamous relationships. And obviously they have all their own separate things, even separate communities, to be quite honest. And that stuff to me is very interesting. But it's crazy to me how many different avenues there are out there. Sorry, I had a long day today. For all these different types of people, there's never not going to be an option for someone to utilize for what we've seen out there. I mean, let's be for real. Let's be for real. There's a lot of them. Well, that was a good stretch. Sorry. I did not mean to yawn. Again, long day at the office, even though I work from home, just long day of work. All right, we definitely want to switch up the music here. We're getting, this is Donkey Kong for sure. We're going to start back with some Zelda and chill, because Zelda's my favorite, and I think the most fun to listen to when we're just chillaxing, doing the damn thing. Dating when I was growing up was also just really interesting. I definitely hopped around my friends a lot. I was a homie hopper for a little bit. But that's also because I had a lot of guy friends. But I also was like very prude. I was super prude. And I'm not friends with any of those people anymore. So like that was like long time ago. But it was only like a couple of them, to be quite honest. It wasn't like every single one. And if it was every single one, I don't know why I would still be friends with them today. But I did hang out with a lot more guys than I did hang out with a lot more girls. So it made sense that I was exposed to a lot more of the opposite sex than most girls my age weren't. So I had a lot of them come to me saying, "Hey, Kristen, like, I really like your friend." I'm just like, "Yeah, what do you like about him?" Like, he thinks you're cute, so I could be that middle woman for y'all. It was always very interesting growing up as a kid to have something like that, because like it made me feel good to be able to help someone. I definitely could have saw myself as like a matchmaker. But then I see like some matchmakers, I'm like, looks like a stressful ass fucking job. Honestly. Looks stressful as fuck. I'm really not trying to yawn. I really apologize. It's just been such a long day at work. That's something we can talk about a little bit too and get off the topic of dating. I do a lot of web design development, user research, UX UI work, which is user experience, user interface. So when you look at like a website, that's kind of the shit I do. How the information is laid out, how it's like read, and how it flows along with what it looks like. And I really do like the job that I have. Don't get me wrong, it's very fun for me. I wish like streaming was my full-time job, but you know, c'est la vie. We'll get there one day. Even though I am approaching my 30s now, so I'm just a little sad that it hasn't blossomed to where I want it to be as a full-time job. But you know, it takes strides to get there. It takes time to get there. It takes just ever so X amount of time. But I got into the job I'm in mainly through trial and error. So when I was growing up, I wanted to be a video game designer. Go figure, anyone who was really big into video games really wanted to be a video game designer. And why that happened was because I played Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Super Smash Brothers on the N64 when my parents brought it home. And I always was like, yeah, I'm going to make games like this one day. This shit's going to be sick. And I realized I am not good at math, or I struggled a lot with like reading and stuff beforehand. And it took me a bit to get accumulated to stuff like that. I'm still not the greatest with math, but I really do enjoy still kind of like looking into the design aspects of things. So that's why I took that route instead, which is why I centered more of what I do around websites, because it's only a little, like, it's not as much code. It's still a good amount of code depending on what part of web design development you go into. I went more the design route, now more of like a product designer, UX UI researcher and stuff like that. And I'm a lot more in accessibility. I really like accessibility. I think it's fun. It's also very important for us to keep in mind for websites. But I really love my job. I can't say like what I'm working on exactly, but I work for a software development company as their product designer. And what a product designer does is pretty much touch upon like everything. I'm not specifically a user researcher. I'm not specifically a UX UI person. I'm touching up on like all the different aspects of design and research within the team, which I really do enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think overall it's something I really, really enjoy doing. I'm glad I love my job. I'm glad I went into the field that I did. I did consider being a graphic designer at some point, but I saw how like competitive the field was. I saw it was very competitive, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to be in something that fucking competitive. But I think what I'm in right now reflects me as a person to a T. I'm gonna fix this. I don't know if this looks better or not. I think it does. Maybe put little hairs in the front. I do enjoy streaming. I think streaming is a lot of fun. I think it brought a lot of like myself out and got me kind of where I am today when it comes to just socializing. It really has made me a lot more sociable and engage in conversations. Being able to like sit here and just kind of talk like this, I think overall it's like very interesting how when you do streaming full time, you do become a better public speaker. You do become better at this, better at that, because you're doing it literally every single night. So like it's interesting to have that ability to speak the way I'm speaking right now, but just because it's so different than what most people would be accustomed to. And I feel like streaming is becoming more and more of a norm anyways in today's society, because we have TikTok, we have Instagram Live. More and more people want to put themselves out there, especially the younger generation. They for sure want to completely put themselves out there, which I think is really, really cool. I think overall, streaming is good. I wish I started to stream earlier. I still do have a good following on YouTube. I just reached 13,000 followers on YouTube, which I'm very happy about. That made me really happy when I saw 13,000. Right now my goal is 15,000, and I saw myself kind of reach a certain point when it was during COVID, because I was about to quit like all this stuff together. I might have just done YouTube and not even really focus on Twitch that much. But what I saw during like COVID is I was inside all the time. I had nothing to do, so I just streamed for a while, and then I became extremely accustomed to it, and I just absolutely loved it. I couldn't help but not stream and shit like that. Like it's so hard for me to get out of it. Like I would definitely have another job if I didn't stream. This is a job, but I probably would have like gotten like a legit like bartending job or something if I didn't stream. If I didn't record There we go. That was really weird. That is not the first time that has happened to me where I just like completely disconnected like that out of the fucking blue. That was really fucking weird. And I don't know why OBS has been disconnecting a lot recently. That's definitely probably something in relation to my internet. It's definitely time for me to get the fuck out of this apartment that I'm in, because this apartment is whack. But what I was saying about streaming is streaming as a whole really puts into perspective that this is a full-time gig. I can't believe people do this all the time. You're really talking to people. You're still playing a game or doing whatever you're doing. You're still talking, but you're still putting the time into it. I know for a fact that like being behind a screen for this long is not good for your eyes, especially since I work in front of a computer all day and then I stream at night, and it becomes tiresome for sure. It becomes like, that's why I wear these computer glasses, because I don't want to hurt my eyesight. So they're blue light glasses. So if you guys saw some of my YouTube videos or whatever, you'll see that like it covers my fucking eyes sometimes. But yeah, I think streaming in a way is really good. I feel like if I started just a little bit earlier, my mom didn't want me to because she didn't want her daughter on the internet, but if I started a little earlier, I would have been around Markiplier's time, and I could have been exactly kind of where he's at this point. However, didn't have the financial stability to be able to do that, or even have the time or the experience. I wouldn't even know how to do any of that shit at that time. I just wish I started earlier, honestly. that would have been so clutch. But we'll see what happens with like the channel and where it goes, and I'll reevaluate it in like the next like 5 years or so. Cause you know I started 5 years ago, and I was very on and off with it. So in 2018 was when I got better with it. So I think I started even earlier than 2018. I think it was like 2015 when I just did like YouTube. So it's been a while. It's almost been a decade that I've been doing like content creation, and COVID really got me to where I am today, just based off of like everyone having to be inside, everyone having to just be on nothing but your computer, which was a very interesting time. COVID in general was just such an interesting experience. Definitely a very lonely experience, to say the least, but very interesting at that. And that kind of like goes into being a woman in gaming. Being a woman in gaming is so interesting, I'd have to say. It's just like you feel like you need to be dressed up all the time in order to actually gain any attention. But we're just trying to be comfy and play games here. We're not trying to. The computer glasses was bothering my nose. They were on a little too hard, and my ears. I do have to take them off at least at some point. But it's just so interesting to me how like some people do streaming like in just chatting alone. Some people wear either the skimpiest of outfits, or they look as comfy as ever, or they're just including other people. Some men are shirtless, and some people are just trying to do hot tub streams, or it's like, I'm interested to see how some of these people got the following that they did. Like, did they just do just chatting all the time? Like, how much of it is actually social media? And how long do these people and how often do these people stream for? Like, I'm trying to get more into just chatting streams. I think that would really add to my channel. Just because it seems like it'd be so nice to do, to just try to connect with y'all more. Especially when I get into my new spot, I'm definitely going to be having maybe not so much like a green screen background, but I'm gonna have like an actual cute background to look off of, which will be really nice, because I am very excited for that. Oh man, there's people straight up watching TV shows even in just chatting. It's very interesting. Da-da-da-da. I love this tune. So good. If you guys are big Zelda fans, you know exactly what this tune is. But again, being a woman in gaming is very tough. You have people out there judging you always exactly how you look. And that's not to say that doesn't happen to male gamers at all either. It's just more prevalent with women in gaming, that if you aren't showing off a certain part of your body, if you aren't putting in the extra effort, you're not going to have people come after you as much. Like, I don't want to... I'll put makeup on during streams, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it, just because A, I have sensitive ass skin I need to take care of, and I can't be putting makeup on it all the time. B, makeup is expensive as fuck. Like, y'all don't understand how expensive makeup is, so I really try to take care of my skin. It looks really good right now, but I also am trying to get, you know, kind of just a good amount of sleep, and just trying to make sure I'm staying healthy by eating healthy. But then there's that notion, no matter what you do, if you're a woman presenting and gaming, you're gonna get shit on. You're gonna get told stupid, outdated jokes, especially in like those, what is it, like Valorant or League of Legends lobbies, where they're always just like, hey, you know what? You're a woman, make me a sandwich. Classic response right there. It's just so fucking dumb that people still use that as like an insult. It's like, get creative. I can definitely get more creative than you, Bucky boy. Just give me a hot minute and some friendly banter and we'll get there for sure. It just cracks me up how gaming was such a male-dominated industry, and they're like, no, just because you play games like Stardew Valley or Sunhaven or The Sims or Animal Crossing, women want control. That's why they play those games. I'm like, that's literally applied in every single fucking game possible. You have control over in every single game. So that's like the stupidest argument ever. Oath to Order is good. I was wondering which one it was. That's why there's so many different types of games out there. Because they are able to kind of give you that gateway into playing games. It doesn't matter what game it is, but it shows you that it doesn't have to be like the most competitive games. You could be a gamer and be cozy with it, or I don't even know. There's just so much to it. With women in gaming, it's hard to explain if you're not a woman in gaming. Obviously, it's if you pose yourself as a woman and you go into like a lobby, you'll definitely see the change in attitude towards you. And there are too many videos out there that back that statement, because there's just so, like, I bet you I can find one so easily right now. Guys react to a woman in a gaming lobby. Let's just keep it generic. Guy poses as a girl in gaming. I know there's quite a bit of those. I'm just trying to find some right now, because I know there is definitely... Maybe this one, is it?
So people don't seem to believe me when I say I have to listen to a lot of weird shit while playing games, because
this might be good to watch.
It's funny, and other times it's disgusting. So here's a series called Oh My God, a Girl.
Oh my God, a girl! Like, this is the kind of shit we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Fortify the room. You need to keep the hostage secure.
What the fuck was that?
Shut the fuck up. Do me a favor, leave this lobby. Shouldn't even be on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Why are you
Yeah,
still
really,
here?
why are you still here?
Oh my God, go fuck yourself.
Shut up. Can you do me a
Been
favor
there,
and
done.
give me a poppy bagel with the extra cream, please? Ma'am?
Yeah, see, it's always to food. Like, that's the shit that just irks me. Like, why is it always equated to food? Why is being a woman always being equated to food? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But that's just how we've always been seen, you know, just the caretaker, the one that helps you get fed and, you know, all that fun jazz. Well, I've been talking for a good bit straight now. Do you guys have any questions for me? Feel free to ask me anything. This is an AMA stream, so there is time to ask me a question if you've been dying to hear something. These are current topics that we're talking about, and We're keeping it short tonight. We'll see how it goes. But I'll give you guys a little bit of time. I'm going to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Feeling kind of sappy now. Sappy. It's like I'm super happy now. Happy. I'm feeling big and burly. And it must have surely been you. You guys like that? Oh, baby. Thanks for the follow. Hey, ooh.
Quantum_Cowboy is now following. Welcome to the Senpai Squad.
Quantum Cowboy, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Senpai Squad. Yo, what the fuck? So I can kind of do it my own way. I don't know, because he threw me the wrong direction. What a dirty bastard he is for doing that. All right, so I'm going to do it like right here. Oh, I'm a god. I'm a god. What is happening? What is this? That was so... I gotta make these 2 shots count. Yeah, it didn't make them count at all. I would literally stand on this and wait for you to come to me. Wah! There it is! I am really digging this music though. You guys should totally see me make out with a spoon. Gotta dodge. Fuck you, you stupid dog. Wait, I just got fucking past it. Woo! Forgot to unmute myself right there. Always fun clips to see. I was getting a little chilly. And I wanted to get a blanket. Being a little cozy. And of course I had to use the bathroom too. Like I said. A little bit better. There we go, just a little bit better. I'm a little bit more cozy now because we're trying to get nice and cozy in here. We're trying to be cozying up for all my cozy people. Yeah, we went on a bit of a tangent with streaming in general and dating. We talked a little bit about therapy. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. We can still go in a little bit more on the gaming aspect, though. What is the demographic? Women gamers to male gamers. Like, I'm all right, so video gamers in the US as of 2021 by sex are 41%, 41.5 are female, with the remaining 58.5 are male, which is kind of huge, honestly. It's definitely has closed the gap a little bit more. I was not expecting women gamers to be honestly that high. I was expecting them to be like a little bit lower than that, to be honest. Yeah, that's very interesting. That's really interesting. I would not think that there were that many women gamers. But I know we have definitely been making a comeback. This earring is giving me a headache. And it's, I mean, you got to think about it. A lot of what this gaming has been, the industry as a whole, it has been geared towards men for the most part, boys. Like, it didn't start getting big until we were way, way younger. It was big when our parents were around, but it was still like a very manly thing to do. Girls didn't play games. We played with dolls. How could you do that? So that's just kind of like how it's been embedded into our system at such a young age, just because we automatically put a like gender role on, and gender's fluid with everything happening today. There's like, society wants to believe that there's male and female things. I even hate saying male and female. It's such like a, I know it's like biologically correct, but to a certain extent, like the scientific term is what I'm trying to say. But it's just overall the fucking, all of that is going away. There's nothing that's more geared towards women than it is towards men. One of the biggest arguments would have to be like makeup, and now that's like literally for men. I mean, makeup has always been used, just used in different ways. But like when it comes to, it's always such a shitty thing, especially when you're just streaming, because then you get into the instance of like what I was talking about earlier, where you have to wear makeup to be pretty, and that's certainly not the case. Certainly not the case at all whatsoever. I'm just gonna wrap this blanket around my chest and like lap area now, because I don't need it. It's clogging up all the area up here. We can move on to another topic though, because I mean, I could go down a rabbit hole with women in gaming all the time. Being a woman in gaming, you can certainly go down a certain rabbit hole. We kind of went down a rabbit hole for dating, not just dating advice, but we went down a rabbit hole with fucking those dating apps. Were absolutely hilarious. They cracked me the fuck up. We went over a little bit of therapy, and I kind of want to come back to therapy a little bit and why it's cool. Therapy as a whole has been like, and I talked about it a little bit. What's up, Casey? The Frosk backlash. I definitely remember that. Oh, Frosk Corinne. God, that's right. Ranting about the sexism she faces in gaming industry as a result of being a G4 host. That's literally so normal though. No, she didn't really deserve the hate. It's literally just because the industry as a whole just doesn't want anyone who's not a guy to succeed, and they picture her as like an angry feminist, and she's not at all an angry. Yeah, G4 was definitely going down before that, but like that's why I hate it when people picture like, hey, I just want to be treated like another gaming individual, but they won't because she's a woman. So it's just so shitty that they have done that. And then G4, yeah, like you said, was going down. I think G4 is coming back too. In 2020, it was announced. The network was relaunched in 2021. G4 American TV Network. And I don't really think they're that popular. Like, what made them want to bring it back? She's an amazing analyst in esports. Is she still not in esports? I thought she was still like in League or something. No, yeah, she retired. That's right. She did retire. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she quit the industry just because A, the sexism is still very alive. B, it's so messy, like esports as a whole. You have so many people, especially as a woman, you just have so many people questioning you just because of that. I used to work at GameStop when I was like in high school, and I would have people come in and be like, do you actually know games, or are you just like another pretty face behind the counter? And I was like, I actually know some games. Obviously, they pulled out like the stupidest fucking titles I've ever seen, which were like the ones that were like for Nintendo DS and all that other shit. And they're like, do you know what this game's about? And I just kind of looked at the DS game and I was like, well, yeah, it's about this. And they were like, whoa, that's crazy. How did you know? I'm like, well, you could use process as observation at that point. But it's, I do not blame her for leaving the industry. The industry is insanely fucking awful for women. Nerd alert, you got that right, Casey. Super nerd right here. Literally have so much nerdy shit. And like that, don't even get me started on people with disabilities too. For the longest, like, that are in the gaming industry, like, I'm glad that they're making more games accessible now. That is what they should have been doing from the start, but people didn't really think of accessibility in that instance because they're like, no, we're just gonna aim towards like the regular gamer, which was, you know, a guy, like a child, a kid, or, you know, just like a male all around, if we're just gonna encompass it as a whole. It takes a lot out of you talking for this long. This is why the Just Chatting streams are fun, because I get to chat with you guys a lot more. I get to be with you guys a lot more, and we can just talk about real shit. I'm just sipping on some Waterloo. It's Waterloo's just sparkling water. Oh my gosh, Glitch. What's up, Ellerhass? You were streaming some terrible Tetris play, and Sharky came and hung out in my little channel. Sharky, really? That's fucking awesome, though, Illerhass. That's seriously so cool. That's seriously awesome. How do I not have like notifications for when you go live? That's perfect. All right, I made sure I had notifications on for when you go live now. I was like, how did I not see that? That's awesome. He gave you some pointers. Fuck yeah. That's always such a good feeling when you have like someone that big coming to watch your stream, especially just like as a small streamer. Us small streamers got to stick together. But yeah, I try not to drink at home as much. Hence these sparkling waters. They really help me because they're flavorful. And I get them free through work. We get like a snack budget, which is really nice. So I just get like some cereal and the sparkling waters, which is really nice. Really nice perk of working for a tech company. That's why I think tech companies are literally some of the best to work for. What are you drinking there, Casey? And you're playing Hades? Fuck yeah, I love that. I have like so much alcohol right next to me though, which is the funny thing. I'm just at my calorie count for the night. I would have a glass of wine or make a mixed drink, but I'm already at my calorie count. I gave it more into the food I was eating than the drinks. How is it getting back into streaming though, Illerhass? For you. I know you just like got back into it not too long ago. Some random craft beer, it's okay. I don't drink beer as much anymore, or rarely at all. I just am not a big beer drinker. Oh yeah, you got a new model? Fuck yeah. Sorry, I was fixing my nose ring. That is awesome. I'm so excited to hear that. Because aren't those models expensive as fuck? Good old sparkling water. Now I have my regular water. Is beer your drink of choice, Casey? Mine is definitely wine or vodka or tequila. Those are my main three. Vodka and tequila mix. Always. Don't ever give it to me straight. I mean, except like a tequila shot. I could do that once in a while, but I'd prefer a mixed drink. I don't have a good gag reflex when it comes to taking shots. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not a whiskey drinker. I don't like whiskey, bourbon, cognac. I don't like any of that stuff. Dark liquors is usually not my go-to. I'll do a rum. Like, I'll do a dark rum, but that has to be mixed in with something. Mental Massacre. That's because you're the only one that has good taste. Min. Wine, I do love cider. I do fuck hard with a good cider. Cider to me is really good. You freaking wish, come on. You know, as a fellow vodka drinker, Tito's is the best, hands down. I only have, what is it, Kettle One right now, because that's all that was left over from a party I had. But I usually prefer Tito's as a mixed drink. Yeah, Tito's, and my favorite tequila is Espolón Blanco. Just so smooth. There was this tequila that I tried. It was like in a ghost bottle. Really fucking good. I'm definitely going to get that next time. Wine though, Sky was your trashier. Yeah, Sky's trashier broke choice. I get it. I totally get it. You used to pour cheap vodka. Yeah, I feel like all of us did that at one point. We would all just pour cheap ass vodka in there to replace the good vodka. Because like you're trying to steal that from your parents. Like my sisters would one of them had a hole in the wall that where she would store her alcohol. The other one used a broken amp, would just take out the back since the amp was broken and just put it in the back of it. And it was always in fucking water bottles. Always in water bottles. I never really drank in like high school. I only really drank in college. I was pretty straight edge and like all throughout grade school just because I was a runner. She's a track star. So I wanted to keep up with that. I know, yeah, once you have enough, it does not matter. It does not matter at all whatsoever. There's always just so much to do when you're younger or to get into trouble. Yeah, rugby is definitely part of the culture for sure. I did cross country and track. So drinking was a big no-no for sure, especially smoking. Smoking was a big no-no just because that really fucked with your lungs, and we needed those lungs to run, especially cross country. I was in the best shape of my life in fucking high school. I will never get back to that. But I don't need to get back to that because I got a full-grown woman's body, and that's perfectly good to me. But I do miss, like, I look at my high school self and I'm like, damn. And I thought I was fat. When I went to college, that's when I got real bad. I gained a lot of fucking weight in college because I never could drink at home. My parents tried to introduce alcohol to me. And when they did, it was like a really heavy German beer. So I would hate it. And I absolutely hated it. So it worked. It really, really fucking worked. That's wild, Diller has. I mean, you probably have a good, what's it called, tolerance as well as an indication from when you're about to. I've been blacked out before. I definitely should have gone to the hospital a couple times. There was this one time when I was in college, and I probably told this story before, but I'll tell it again for any new people. There was a time where I downed like half a handle of Tennessee honey whiskey. And that's probably why I can't drink whiskey anymore. Just because I was trying to impress some people I was with. And I ended up just vomiting the entire night. Like, I was dry heaving. It was bad. Yeah, well, I mean, once you become an adult, Casey, I feel like you just kind of not also mimic your parents, but you try the same things that they tried out, pretty much. Yeah, I've made some pretty stupid mistakes while I was drunk too, and I hung out with some pretty stupid people in college because I went to a very redneck school. I went to a school in the middle of Pennsylvania, and they had a really great program for what I do as a full-time gig, but the company I kept was not good company to start off because I didn't know anyone, so I really had to look for some good company at that college. Not all of them were bad. There were some pretty interesting rednecks there, but it was not fun in that time, especially since that's when like Trump became president and it got real messy. It got real fucking messy real quick. Lots of privilege being thrown around, but what's up, guys? My name is Game Day and welcome to the stream. We are currently just chilling and chatting and having a good time. Thank you guys so much for being here so far. I've just been talking, and you guys missed it. We were looking at some cringy ass fucking dating sites earlier, which was so hilarious to me. There was the funny one, my favorite was like Sea Captain something, and that shit was so fucking funny. Some of them still used it. Oh, I think that was the end of that YouTube video. Have I played Hades? Yes, I played Hades. I've never beaten Hades, but like I never beat Hades. I got close. And then other games came out and then I just kind of stopped playing it. I do need to re-download it and try to beat Hades at least once. You fortunately had some good ship people with me at the height of your drinking phase. That's really good, Min. I'm glad that you did. I had some pretty good people. One of them definitely had like the biggest crush on me. And they never tried to do anything, which was nice. But, yeah. Let me finish my fucking little spiel. I totally forgot. I always do this. What's up, guys? My name is Game Dame. Welcome to the stream. We're currently just chatting, having a good time, chilling around, and doing the damn thing. Now, I'm a variety streamer. What does that mean? I stream a variety of games. This week, we're being pretty chill. We played some Sunhaven yesterday. I was about to play some Sunhaven tonight, but I was thinking, you know what? Let's do a just chatting stream, see how this goes. If you guys haven't done so already, follow or sub, not only to my Twitch, but to my other social media channels. They're all listed right there. I just listed them. And if you guys have Amazon Prime, that is a free sub every month to your favorite streamer. If not me, no worries for your time and attention. It's more than enough and highly appreciated. Thank you. And the bow is pretty good. I really in the game. I really enjoyed God, what weapons? What else? Weapons in the game Hades. I'm just like forgetting. I enjoyed the shield. The shield was a lot of fun for me actually. The bow is definitely the best one. The blade was really good. The spear I really liked. I didn't like the gauntlets. Those were probably my least favorite for Hades. But all of them are still pretty fun to a certain extent. And also, ask me any questions. You guys go away. This is an AMA stream. If you have anything that has been burning in your heart to ask me, now is the time to ask it. Where do I work? I work for a software development company purely for safety purposes. I will not say what it's called, but it's a software I was talking about it a little bit earlier in the stream. But I work for a software development company, and I work as a product designer. So I make websites. I do UX UI design and user research. So what you see on a website, how it looks and feels and how it operates, the information architecture, and the colors, animations, I do all that. So I make websites. Oh, sick. That's awesome, Casey. You make 3D models for games. Hell yeah, man. That is awesome. What do you do with this said software development company? What kind of models do you make currently? You're a software engineer? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm a product designer, but that's also classified as like UX UI, web designer, front end designer. They have like a million titles for what I do. Props and environments? Hell yeah. Do you like doing that? Both of you guys, do you like doing that? I really love my job. I love what I do. Personally, it's definitely a challenge right now because we're doing a shit ton of user research and they have like such a tight time frame. People do not understand how long it takes to make a website. If you're not in the industry, people usually do not ever know. And we have a client right now that's like, yeah, we're gonna give you 9 months to redo our whole state website. I'm like, great. You know, I love working on government websites in just 9 months. Perfect. That's good. That's pretty good, Casey. Yeah, that is. They're not always going to be great. The last project I was on, we had some software engineers that were not good. Like they just did not do the work that they needed to do, and they would definitely put off a lot of stuff. So like, it happens on every team. Right now, I'm struggling with a coworker. Works later hours, fine, totally fine, but it's just like the communication, which we addressed today. We all kind of talked about it. We had a nice team like retro, which was really good. Those things are so important, trying to just talk about shit and see how everything goes, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to work a little bit later, and it's sometimes you need to work more isolated. You just got to know what your work ethic is like. But I think the communication aspect is just so important, especially when you're working on a team, obviously. But I mean, Casey, you're like doing props and environments, so you're always just like kind of probably heads down. Yeah, I work 8:30 to 4:30 just because I stream during the night times, so that's where I'm at. I can't wake up any earlier than that. I could do 8 to 4, which wouldn't be bad, but I like that extra 30 minutes that I get to sleep in. I work from home, so it's not really that big of a change or that big of a deal. Which is really nice. Just walk up and walk maybe like 10 feet. I'm totally chilling tonight. This is so nice to just relax like this. I agree. Yeah, work from home is also my jam, but it is also nice to go into the office. I try to go into the office every other Friday, especially during our review day, but I just don't have the work clothes to do it. Hell yeah, Iller has 3 hours is a long time. That's what I'm aiming for tonight as well. Got like another hour left, just because just chatting takes a lot out of me. Because then I'm sitting here chatting for 3 fucking hours straight. It takes a lot. Casey. I wear jeans. I like wearing jeans. But yeah, the fact that we all work from home now, that's one of the biggest, like, ups that we got from COVID was people working from home. I also have comfy pants on. I love good comfy pants. What I also loved from COVID was that it showed that we're all able to work from home. Because I know people in the office I was in, there were some people with disabilities and they weren't allowed to work from home. Even though it was better that they work from home. But now they're like, yeah, look, anyone could work from home. Because they thought it would be like distracting or shit like that. When you get down to your ideal weight, you're never going to wear pants again. Fuck yeah. I do love wearing a nice dress and a skirt. I know you like dresses, Iller has. Especially summer dresses are always fucking nice. You know, if you could go into the office, you work with your legs on the desk and keyboard in your lap. Maybe get like a private office. You could do that. Something totally private just for you. I like to have one leg up while I'm working. I do hunch a lot, which I really try not to do. I do slide in my chair a lot, which is why you guys will see me readjust a lot. I definitely feel like I have a hunch and I want to get that corrected. I really need to fix my posture. I wish I could just go to a chiropractor and just get that shit fixed instantly. Like have him pop my fucking back into a good posture and then I can keep that up. What I like about going to work for my job is they have snacks all around in there. But that's also not good for my fucking diet because they got my favorite shit, the gummy bears. Like in these clear containers. They have everything. That's why I love tech companies. They always have like the bells and whistles. I'm sure you understand that, Min, since you're a software developer. Not every tech company does that, but the ones I've worked for have always had a lot of fun bells and whistles. Yeah, it's so nice. That's why I love tech companies. Oh, I totally get it. I only get like cereal and I got protein for a little bit on it because I lack protein. I don't like protein that much. Like not like I don't eat a lot of protein is what I'm saying. Like I like a good steak once in a while. I like a good burger, don't get me wrong. I love me some fucking chicken wings, but I won't go out of my way. I don't like pork as much. Like, I'll have some bacon now and again, but I'm not going to go out of my way to eat. I'm a carbs bitch. I am a, like, spaghetti. Give me all of that good shit. You can mash up some fucking ground beef in there, too, though. Like, that's totally fine. It's just, I'm all about carbs. I never not... doing keto was literally the worst diet ever. Because you can't have any carbs. You get plenty with just chicken. Rarely eat red meat anymore, just chicken, turkey. I like turkey. I think turkey's pretty good. I eat red meat like on a burger or a steak. I like a good steak, like I said, now and again. I do prefer it actually over chicken. But chicken you can do so many ways. Like you can't go wrong with chicken wings, especially Popeyes. Too many times I have recorded Popeyes in my My diet. I get the 2-piece meal. It still works within the diet. When you're a garbage man, you had to heat your lunch on the front heater. Damn. How was it being a garbage man? I'm very curious how it was. Like, how early did you have to get up? Maybe it's just the area, man, for Popeyes, because the Popeyes where I'm at is fucking bussin'. And I never was a fast food person growing up either. I never really ordered from any fast food restaurants unless like after a game I got like Wendy's with my family. But I would never, my mom always made home cooked meals. So we never had a need. I'll go out like if I'm drunk or something with my friends or, you know, under the influence of some sorts. We go to Sonic. That was closest. Wawa was our number one thing. That was Wawa though. Aside from the cold and rain, it was pretty awesome. Yeah. How long was like a average like day for being a garbage person? You're in the South, it would be amazing by default. It should be amazing by default. Yeah, it should be amazing by default. I'm in the Northeast, to be specific. Would work around 5-6 hours a day, 4 days a week until they brought in some semi-automation. Okay. Now, was that... I wonder what like the average for a garbage person was. Average pay or median pay for a garbage person. In the area I live in, they make only like $24,000 a year. So it doesn't seem like something. It looks like you can make up to like 60. And that's above the national average, but it doesn't look like it makes a lot. $45K a year for 5 to 6 hours a day, 4 days a week is really fucking good. That would give you the time to do another job. That's actually not bad at all for a garbage person. If I ever have to have a fallback, maybe it'd be garbage disposal. And then work the, what's it called? The bars at night. Which would not be a bad thing. Oh, damn. Yeah. So then you would get paid. Yeah. With the big bins, I would imagine it'd be a lot more. God, now I want Popeyes. We were talking about it. Now I want fucking Popeyes. God damn it. But I'm not hungry. I'm only tricking myself into being hungry. I'm not hungry at all. I already had dinner before this. I had pizza today too. Me and my boyfriend split a thin crust, spicy Italian sausage pizza, like a frozen one. The signature select, you know, you get at the store. It was good. You just need to add seasoning onto it. I'm sorry. Are you hungry? Look, I get it. I know. I'm the type of eater that will eat whenever there's a show on. Like, get me some popcorn. I always want popcorn whenever I'm watching something. Literally, my favorite thing to eat is popcorn when I'm snacking. It's high in fiber, and it's actually not bad for you. You just got to watch the butter intake, which I can't help because I'm a slut for butter. I've had to cut back a lot, too, on snacking. I literally got to the point with my calorie diet where I actually now, like, cut out the, what's it called? The nutrition facts if it's something new. So that way I can record it. Yeah, I can't eat my popcorn plain. I did popcorn with what, like olive oil and like Italian seasoning. That was really good. I do enjoy chocolate popcorn. I think that's actually pretty good, but that's only once, like the candy popcorn type stuff where they make it sweet. I really like cheesy popcorn. That's probably my favorite. Classic movie butter popcorn though is just so hard to beat. I've tried Old Bay popcorn. I've tried so many different things I've added to my popcorn. I've tried truffle salt popcorn. I've tried, I don't even know. I'm like looking at all my seasonings. What else have I put on there? More garlic centric popcorn. Definitely really, white cheddar is fantastic. White cheddar is so good. You guys know those 3-tier, not 3-tier, but like the ones during Christmas where it's like 3 different sections. I always fuck up the cheddar one first, and then I go the caramel, and then I go the plain. That order every single time. Sometimes I go opposite though, so I finish off with what I love last. But I got the Orville like big package where I have to heat it up myself. So that way I'm not wasting all these bags. I'm trying to be more mindful with my waste because there's a time where I was taking trash out like every other day, but I was also ordering a lot of stuff off Amazon. That's not something I still do. I have a problem, but I'm trying not to spend. I make my own money now. Why can't I buy whatever I want? Yeah, I take the trash out once a week now, but that's mainly because I do the meal subscriptions. So, and to me, I am creating a little bit more waste, but I'm not wasting produce or stuff like that. So I'm creating more like cardboard recyclable waste, which is fine because it's recyclable, but my apartment doesn't recycle. But now I take out trash once a week. Me and my boyfriend, we both do a meal delivery service. I still make my meals. I use Dinnerly. So I have like one pre-made meal and then the other 2 I make. He has all his meals pre-made and microwavable, which are really good meals. I'm not going to lie. They're still really good. He uses like factor 75. And they're really healthy and good for you. So like his meals are not like really shitty TV dinners. Like they're healthy, good fucking dinners. But we accumulate so much trash because of those boxes. It's definitely risen in cost. I've been doing this meal delivery service for a couple years now. It definitely, I used to pay what, 50, now I'm paying like 60 something and some change because I'm getting more of the premium stuff. And you can change that. You can change the amount you get in your boxes and stuff. So it can get expensive, but it really depends what you're trying to do. Yeah, I agree, Min. I make good money now too. I was poor like the first like 2 years I moved to where I moved, you know, just being on my own, and I would have like ramen every other fucking night. Yeah, it's like 60 a week now. But I think about it this way. I used to spend $200 a month on groceries. And half of those things I would not around to be able to get to use because and even then $200 a month is really inexpensive. Oh damn, yeah, $130 a week just shopping. Yeah, I get here, I'll show you guys kind of like what I have for Dinnerly. I have no issue showing you guys this. This is really helpful. So like these are the meals that I make a week, or I have a week. So like this is my meals this week right now. So I have this teriyaki broccoli and mushroom stir fry. Shows me how long it makes it. Shows me the amount of calories, which helps with my calorie deficient plan, and it has the steps, and it tells me like the ingredients that's used along with it. And then I get these ready-made meals, which are a little bit more expensive because they're the premium stuff, but it really helps with if I need something quick or if I don't feel like cooking. So I'm paying I think, I don't know why. Oh, because I saved. So that right there is $54.22 because I got a saver meal. So I'm going to make these unstuffed shells with ricotta and Parmesan. If you look through like my stuff, you can see it's a lot of pasta or a lot of carbs. And then this is when you can skip your meals too if you're going to be out. So and I always use absolutely everything. This week I'm gonna be like getting ready to go to Japan, so I like it. You can edit the recipes. So if we go to edit this recipe, they give options for healthy, vegetarian, meat and fish, family friendly, fast, special, customizable, premium, savor. And you click on them, you can add it, you can add more to your box if you want, you can remove more to your box if you want. And if you continue, they'll be like, hey, do you want to add some like smaller stuff, like more grocery like things? Yeah, I highly recommend it if you guys are trying to save money, because groceries are so expensive nowadays, and it's nice to be able to do this because you're able to like kind of do any order that you want. It'll also go into like your user information. Yeah, let's not show that. Whoopsies. Your user information also has like they'll prompt you with like some sort of survey or something like, hey, what do you like? What are you aiming for this channel? Are you aiming to eat more of this protein? Are you on a diet? Or what do you not like? And they'll just remove that from the instance. So I recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's really nice. I'll post on my Discord. I have so many. Let me go back to it. I have so many free boxes to give away. It's actually disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. I have 10 invites remaining. I could do a free box if you guys want, and I'll post it in my Discord. So if you guys want to, I'll post it in there, see if anyone wants to try it out for a week. The gimmick is, though, after that first week, they will charge you additionally, and you got to check for a certain, so like I get my meals delivered on Monday. So for the following meals, I check on, I have to have them finished by Wednesday, because then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and during the weekend, they're going to process it and like get those meals together and then have it ready to be sent out to you, and they got to send it and everything. So I have a window, you have a window where you have to pick the meals that you have. I think you guys should do it for sure. It saves a lot of money. First off, you know what you're getting and you're not wasting any food. I still get like a frozen pizza or like chips and salsa or like some snacks here and there, but I do healthy snacks like fig bars and low-cal pop chips. Maybe we have some guac in there, and that's really been helpful with just my eating habits. I also use this fucking app called Lose It. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is what helps me keep track of everything. Like my dinner, you can't really see it, but it has like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner just like all sorted out like that. You're in CAD. Looks like you have to pay around 100-ish, but can only get for 2 people, so might be worth it. Yeah, I mean, it might honestly be worth it, especially you're spending like, it could be way less than that. You could do a two-person plan. That's what I do. I do 2 people, 3 meals a week. And there's always special promotions going on too. So they'll take a certain amount of money off in the beginning, and then after a while they'll revert you back to the regular payments, so you'll pay less in the beginning. Something to look into. I also recommend, like, HelloFresh isn't bad, but it's just more expensive. Factor 75 is very expensive, but that's because they have all the meals pre-made. If you like to cook, I recommend like Dinnerly or maybe Every Plate. Those are cheaper and having more options. But if you want more expensive stuff, yeah. I buy like the frozen pizzas or something like that, and I have like pasta on hand. I have just easy meals to make. Sometimes me and my boyfriend order takeout. We like to order takeout on Friday, and we kind of order a little too much, so that goes into the next day. But other times, yeah, I make smoothies other times too, where I add protein into it. It mainly for my because I know I'm only gonna have a certain amount of time during the week. I can only make the 9 meals, and I eat maybe twice a day. I have my cereal in the morning, I have my lunch, and then sometimes I'll have dinner. Yeah, you could do so much. So like I have tuna and stuff, so like I have like non-perishable items that I keep on the side if I want something, or I just order out at that point. But I don't order out too much. Me and my boyfriend, we kind of go back and forth like every Friday if we want something takeout. Sometimes I'll be at a friend's house and I'll eat there. So like there's always something. But I always have enough to make something, just from like parents or like me buying groceries. So like on top of me doing like these dinner services, I'll buy groceries once in a blue moon of non-perishables. That way I have those items that I can always just make, you know? Or I'll stop by the store and grab a ramen, like a $5 ramen. I don't spend much on groceries, but I definitely do spend a lot more. Yeah, see, that's the trade-off. With this, it delivers to your door. You have the produce and everything, and it's consistent. I'm just saying that you will have to take out trash a little bit more. That is the trade-off, or recycling a little bit more, because it arrives in a cardboard box and an insulation bag, and it has like ice bags in it, and then you'll have to throw those away appropriately. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but I have saved so much money doing it. And have eaten a lot better. Like, there's so many recipes now that I know off the top of my head that are just so easy to make for me. Whew. Didn't realize talking for like 2.5 hours was going to put this much of a strain on me. Ugh. That's why I like the just chatting streams. I try to limit them to like 3 hours. Because if I talk anymore, especially since I gotta do some trailer reactions after this for tomorrow, I don't really have... I could do gameplay and I could save these trailer reactions for next week. These aren't like big games that I'm worried about, besides like a Diablo game, but I really want to play this spaghetti game. I want to do a video for that, which I think would be so fun. But I definitely need to do these trailers. Floor is open though. You can ask me anything else. Maybe ask me anything about any of these current topics. Apparently Cliffy B is trying to bring back Lawbreakers. Really? I want them to bring back Silent Library. Like, I know Lawbreakers is a game, but if we had anything to bring back, I want to bring back the TV show fucking Silent Library. That shit was the fucking best. It's just so funny. Like how could you not have a good time watching people trying to stay quiet at an actual library, hitting each other's balls? It's so fucking good. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, Overwatch, all those big titles I feel like are gonna usually take out any of the lesser known titles for sure, just because they're big AAA titles. There's a lot of games that got unnoticed by like bigger games. Can't name them off the top of my head though. There's definitely a good bit. I'm looking through kind of what I played so far. Got like 16 hours in Hades, I just noticed. Yeah, I'm trying to look. A lot of good indie games. I wonder how many people still play No Man's Sky. I review their videos now and again. Yeah, with the Overwatch fatigue, I think there definitely should be a great market for it. I definitely would agree. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, who still plays fucking... What was the game I just said who still plays? Oh, No Man's Sky. I wonder how popular that game... It's okay, it's not as popular, but it's still up there in popularity. I remember when that game first came out. I'm tired of all battle royale games. I noticed that Fortnite went in a different way, where they no longer have the wall building, which I thought was the most unique part of what Fortnite was as a whole. But I just thought Fortnite overall was just like, meh. It was okay. It wasn't fun. And then, of course, every little child hopped on that game. Oh, the main mode is still build? Okay, so they made a different mode. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm looking at what's popular right now. Oh, that's right. Honkai Star Rail just came out. Don't know if that's a game. I thought that game looked pretty cool for an anime-based game. Arena FPS is still the best FPS. What makes you say that? Because that includes like Doom Eternal, Halo games. I mean, just any Doom for that matter. Isn't that also just like every Call of Duty game? Also. Okay. I see what you mean now. Yeah. I do like those more if I had to choose an FPS. I actually prefer third-person shooters now rather than more first-person shooters. Just because of Resident Evil alone has got me into it. So that's what got me into it for sure. I like I don't even know. What was a shooter I played a lot growing up? Nobody wants to learn movement, so it struggles to find players. I get that. Yeah, I can understand that, Casey. Is that Metal Gear Solid 3? Oh, was that Snake Eater? Was the best shooter? I have not really played a lot of Metal Gear games. I actually plan to go through all of them at some point. I'm just not sure. My boyfriend's a huge Metal Gear fan. I've played like 1 or 2, and even then I didn't beat them or get far in them. So I've been planning to want to go through all of the Metal Gear Solid games. Is there a way I can play the Metal Gear Solid games online somewhere? Is that because I know they re-released that for PS3, but I don't know if it's on for PS5 at all. Oh, that's so funny. I do know all this. I can get an emulator. That is true. That is very true. I can definitely do that. Right now, I have so many games on my list, though. I'm waiting for like a time where it calms down a little bit so I can just kind of go through all the Metal Gear Solid games. Because what do I have coming up? I have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and then Tears of the Kingdom is going to take up all my fucking time. And then I have my backlog of games that I wanted to stream. I think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League actually got pushed back. Yeah, it got pushed back to February 2024. So I'm just going to move that. Because then Diablo 4 comes out. Woo, baby! I can't believe that got pushed back until next year. That's wild to me. You got bored of Fallen Order? How come? I enjoyed it. I just got tired of... I thought it was a good game, but it definitely needed a lot of changes. And I'm hoping that this game has learned from those changes from the first one. I'm glad that we're going to be able to dress him up in anything other than fucking ponchos. Which makes me very happy. Because fucking... That man had so many goddamn ponchos. It was ridiculous. I think it's absolutely stunning, like the visuals that it has along with it. That was the issue with the new Battlefront games, though. It was all visuals and there was no sustenance. I thought Fallen Order had at least a really good story. The maps did feel a little bit lackluster, but I really enjoyed the witches. That was a fun segment. There you go, Illerhass. I would play that game. That would be a fun game. Farming games have made such a huge way into all of our lives. Like, 'cause there was what, like Farmville on fucking Facebook growing up, which our parents played the shit out of, and now we're all playing just like farming games like Stardew Valley, Sun Haven, games like those, but they actually have sustenance and story. A dress-up game with a farming subplot does sound interesting, though. OG Harvest Moon. I didn't play Harvest Moon until later. My parents didn't really like the fact I was playing games and not socializing. But I was socializing just with people in a circle also playing games. And I would go to other people's houses and play games. My parents just were not for video games at all. They thought it made me violent, which I thought was hilarious. Hey, we got some Stardew and Chill on there. The witches were neat, though. I feel like Star Wars would be better served as a DMC Darksider style gameplay. I can see that as Devil May Cry or Darksiders. Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. I feel like it definitely would be a lot more fun that way. I do like how they did Fallen Order. I just felt like they were short on a lot of stuff. Like, they had a good base, but it needed to be better executed, which I hope this next game better executes it. Man, I'm drinking a lot of fucking water right now. The games I played a lot growing up were mainly Zelda games. The first, it's so funny though, because my dad got me a, what is it, World at War, the Call of Duty game on my Wii. And I was like, this is the worst fucking thing ever to play it on. So like, I got you a game. I'm like, I don't want this shit on my fucking Wii. Are you kidding me? That was like the worst game to play on fucking Wii. I loved when parents were like, yeah, I got you that game. You have it on this, right? Yep, I do have it on that. What was the like worst game that you guys got from your parents I'm very curious. Like, worst game as in, like, the title of the game itself was bad, or you got maybe the same game on, like, the Wii or a different platform. I'm curious. I had other stuff. I had, I'm 28, so I had a Game Boy Color, a regular, OG Game Boy. I grew up with a Sega. I grew up in an NES, SNES, and a N64. But when I was a teenager, I think, when did the Wii come out? ...2012. Yeah, I mean, okay, so that's literally 10 years ago. So I was 18. 18, 19. So in my young adult years, I had the Wii. I still have my Game Boy Color as well. Yeah, I still have the let me see if I can grab them really quick. I have the original purple and red. Oh, did it come out in 06? I literally just looked it up. When did the Wii come out? But maybe it might have been the Wii U. Let me see. Oh, that was the Wii U. I said Wii, not Wii U. That was fucking dumb. I never had the Wii U. Yeah, it was 2006, the original one. You're right. I typed in Wii and it shows me the results for Wii U. That's so stupid. Here's my Game Boy Color. This is the first one I had. I, as a child, always fucked around with the backs too much. So now there's no backs on any of my Game Boys. And then here is my favorite one, the Game Boy Color for the see-through purple. I thought this was like the coolest fucking thing ever, to be honest. I can't think of any bad games your parents bought. They bought you Doom 64 and Killer Instinct Gold. Oh shit. So your parents actually didn't care. You were a senior in high school, that's why you know. Gotcha. Oh man, I don't know where I was at in 2006. And it's 2023 right now. So I was 11. Was I in 5th grade? I think like I was in 5th or 6th because I was a year older than everybody else. So I think it was 5th grade. You're not old. I moved around a lot, so I had to get held back a year, which was actually better for me. I do not miss grade school, though. Grade school was not fun. Grade school was just not entertaining to me. I made friends, don't get me wrong, but I'm not friends with like anyone from my high school anymore. I reached out back to 2 of them who were my close friends in high school, and I'm glad that I did. I just need to reach out to them a little bit more. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I didn't really have a lot of good experiences in high school. I'm like trying to think of, like, I only had a few, but they're not notable if I don't fucking remember them. High school was the worst. I think middle school was even worse for me. Because, I mean, I feel like middle school was bad for everybody at that point because you're just trying to figure out who you are as a person, what you like. And I can't imagine what it was like for people during COVID times to be in grade school or college or anything like that. Because during COVID, like, you had to learn online and do all this other shit. That's wild to me. Like, I cannot imagine not going to class in a shitty classroom with the worst lights and beating down on you and having your teachers just tell you you suck. Man, that was not a good time for me. It's okay. It's okay. I have turned out better for worse, or however that saying goes. I turned out good. I turned out fine, thankfully. And also I can't imagine with the amount of school shootings that are happening these days. Like, that to me is absolutely wild. But you know, fuck them kids. That's what USA says. I agree, Illerhass. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would too. I would still like to end up kind of where I'm at, but I know that situations would be different. I wish I could just go back and tell younger Kristen, like, hey, it'll be okay. You're going to meet some pretty cool people. This is what you can do. Here's the information. I wish I could kind of guide my younger self. You like to be a small ooh-woo girl? Ooh-woo. There's a few things I would change, but I wouldn't necessarily change like any of the sports or how I learned and stuff did, because that's just part of who I am. Yeah, like withdrawn, like were you more so homeschooled, or you just didn't go to school? Just didn't go. I gotcha. I feel like a lot of us want to go back in time and kind of just redo a lot of what happened back then, because I know I definitely do. There's a certain point where I know I want to just like redo some things that I did back then that could potentially change. Like maybe make better friends back in the day where I don't have PTSD from having girlfriendships. That would be really fucking nice. It'd be so fucking nice. If you did go, maybe you would have figured out what I wanted to do sooner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hormone replacement therapy would have been a good... Unfortunately, I feel like at that time, like, not a lot of people knew what they were doing with it, though. But especially now, where they're just totally blocking everything, I feel like that would have totally fucked you over later down the line. I don't know, but I see where you're coming from for sure. I feel like they always put that on students. It's just like, what do you want to do when you grow up? It's just like, gee, I have no fucking idea. Like, why are you asking me what I want to do right now? I would have no idea, to be honest. Still, it took me a while to figure out what I actually wanted to do. Yeah, you ended up self-learning, so it might have been better that way for you, especially. Like, there's no issue with self-learning here. Did you ever get, like, your GED or anything? Like, even if you did self-learn or self-taught? I know, like, it wasn't necessarily a huge thing back then, but I know our parents definitely made it a big deal to get, like, a GED and a college degree, because they knew where exactly it was going, where it was not going to be, what's the term, it was going to be harder to get a job without it, because it was going towards, like, you have to have these qualifications. But I know homeschooling is what a lot of people are still doing now. I don't know how good is homeschooling? How good is homeschooling? or how effective is it? I would say. Wow, there was a... So it looks like that's something I would have to delve deeper into. Now, you did go to a 3... Okay, but in the end, that didn't really help with you get a job. I gotcha. 3rd Division college. I get you. Yeah, I went to a tech school, which I think tech schools are the way to go, to be quite honest. You're not spending a shit ton of money. You're still spending a good amount of money. Don't get me wrong, because it's still a fucking college. But you're not spending like state school funds. And the tech school, you get a lot more like hands-on experience, which is what I really like about it. I think overall tech schools are just the way to go personally, because it's just all the hands-on experience. Like I remember when I was in school for being a what was it, for web and interactive media, for web design development, I was able to make websites in like my 2nd year, and that looks really good on my resume and portfolio. Oh, go 3D. All right, I thought you meant 3rd Division. That's what I thought when you said 3D. I gotcha. So you went to a specialized college. Gotcha. I thought about going to, what's that big one in, I think is Full Sail University. I really wanted to go to Full Sail University. Because that's where I think they had the degrees and stuff that I wanted with gaming and shit. What did they have? They had art design, they had games, sports, technology. They also have like certificates. I would have loved to have gone to Full Sail University. I think, where is that located? It's in Florida. Okay. Yeah, that would have been the college for me, honestly, to go to. Because they had so many different like degrees, upcoming degrees that a lot of people didn't know about and that were really fucking cool. And it was just such a cool place to go to. Yeah, you think so? I feel like it's such an expensive school. I feel like some students kind of just went there because they were able to afford it because it was a big name school. That's why I don't like big colleges like that, but I definitely was pulling towards it because of the degrees that they had. But I'm still very thankful for the small tech school that I went to, because I do have to fix my portfolio. It is slightly broken, my web portfolio, but I know how to fix it. Even after all this time, I haven't coded for a while. Oh, man. I feel like my throat is about to burst. I've been talking for like 3 hours. So my throat is definitely doing some shit right now. I think then I'll just end it there because my throat's starting to hurt a little bit. Because I was aiming for 3 hours. It is about 3 hours anyways. And your girl's got some shit to do. But this was fun. This was a lot of fun. I know I've been cutting my my streams short by like an hour. But this is a pretty chill week. Don't go anywhere. We're going to raid someone. I'm just seeing who's online right now though. We got our boy Matty Braun playing the Turning Test. We also got So Everdream. He likes to play like certain types of games. Like very particular types of games. He's playing Project Zomboid right now. So I'm curious as to, yeah, we'll raid him, see how this game is going. Hey, thanks so much for being here, you guys. You know what? Maybe we won't raid. Totally fine. But don't forget to follow and or sub not only to my Twitch, but to my other social media channels. I stream Monday through Wednesday from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually This week is pretty low key. We might play some more Sunhaven tomorrow. Today I really just wanted to try out more of like a just chatting stream. But my throat is getting dry and my throat's getting sore, so we're gonna end that there. If you guys have Amazon Prime, that is a free sub every month to your favorite streamer. If not me, no worries. Your time and attention is more than enough and highly appreciated. Thanks guys so much. Enjoy your night and I'll catch you tomorrow. Love y'all. Mwah.